Männer! Es war ein langer Krieg. Es war ein tapfer Krieg. Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft. Seid eine besondere Truppe, die ineinander...
Good day, my brothers, and welcome to the Hydra Hut. And today, we're going to talk about Nightfall, Batman Detective Comics. So, normally, Detective Comics are some of my... Well, okay. Older Detective Comics were some of my favorite Batman comics. Newer Detective Comics have kind of turned into Days of Our Bats, where it's all very much a soap opera oriented around the Bat family. And personally, I hate the Bat family. I don't want Batman to be a family man. I'm not interested in all of his Bat variations and what they do to protect Gotham. It doesn't interest me. I think it's boring and unoriginal. But this cover is so fucking sick. Look at this. I think this is hands down one of the top covers so far for 2018. The definition on Batman is great. His cape looks freaking awesome. The clay, it very much tells you exactly what's going on in this comic. We got this nice allusion to the Doomsday Clock over the Batman symbol. I didn't notice this comic having anything to do with Doomsday Clock, but Doomsday Clock is a huge deal right now in the overall arc of DC Comics. So it's kind of cool to see that little shout out to it. This is written by Tynion the Fourth. He's also doing TMNT in the Batman crossover, which is pretty sweet. Art by Briones and colors by Pasalacqua? Mr. P. So, alright, again, I know a lot of people really like this version of Batman and these Detective Comics, and a lot of people are great fans of the Bat family. They think the story is fantastic. They love all the drama. It's just not me, fam. I don't like how it's essentially a soap opera. Starts off with Clayface dead. And we find out that he is dead. He's never coming back because, well, we'll see here in a minute. So the art is good, kinda. Like, it's better than I can do, and I would be happy if I could draw like this. But the mock-up, like right here. Who's she looking at? Who you talking to? You're not looking at her. Just staring over her head. And Tim Drake has some of the funniest facial expressions in this book. I've never seen such an autistic comic character before. Anyway, story. So it starts off, Clayface has been killed. The bullets that were used to shoot him prevent him from basically reanimating. They turned him into just normal clay and killed him dead. And that was, of course, done by Batwoman, Cassandra, who... So... I like Chuck Dixon's Batwoman. She was a badass and a bitch in a good way. I don't like this Batwoman. She is a weird, pasty cunt, and I just want her turned into a villain for good, because that's where she belongs. Batman is, of course, absolutely disgusted with her for killing. He breaks her gun, lectures her. They end up actually throwing her out of the Bat family. But of course... That brings along some drama, because not everybody agrees that Batman should have thrown her out for just killing a bad guy and saving hundreds of thousands of lives. But no, what she did is she committed murder, and Batman threw her out because that is against everything Batman is about. But Red Hood and Batwing, I think that's Red Hood. It might not be. It looks like Red Hood, but that costume is very Iron Man-y. And Red Hood usually doesn't have all this fucking stupid shit on his mask. So I actually don't know who that is. Anyway, so they try and defend her, but everybody else is like, no, what she did was wrong. And then Batman tells them if they want to defend her, they can leave with her, because that type of thought isn't wanted around here. Then we move into 3 days later. We get this nice little scene where, oh dearie, I forgot her name. Glory Griffin where this doctor, who was the one that told us that Clayface was a total goner, saves Glory Griffin and turns her back into a normal woman. Being as I have not been following this comic, I don't really know what Glory Griffin, why she was that evil creature. We do understand that she has some sort of affinity for monsters, and the fact that she got turned into one isn't going to stop her from her love of monsters. I'm pretty sure she was with Clayface, because she took it pretty hard when the doctor told her that Clayface was gone for good. But she shouldn't have any problem finding a new guy. And this is where we get some of the best shots of Tim Drake and his autistic expressions. Basically, Tim is working double overtime trying to keep up with the Bat family and fighting crime in this new line they're taking on crime fighting. But because of that, he's been sacrificing his time with his girl and his life, and she shows up to tell him that, look, you're not paying me any attention. I don't like what you're turning into. You got to kick rocks because I'm gone. And he, of course, is sad and depressed and tries to make her stop, but she doesn't give a shit. She's got her own life to worry about, and that's all that really matters is her. Here we start with autistic Tim. This nice confused face. More confusion. More confusion. It's pretty sweet. I like that. Metal's got good covers. This shocked Tim. Doesn't understand what's happening. We got Dr. Murdoch Tim. About to start crying, but still Dr. Murdoch Tim. Confusion. Look at this. This is just a terrible. It's like she's standing up from a. I don't know. That's just bad positioning. Make it look like she's walking. Give her some freaking arms. It doesn't look natural. If you just took a still shot of somebody mid-walk and they came through like that, you'd think something was messed up with your freaking camera. Back to Tim and the many emotions of Mr. Drake. Oh God. Oh, she left me. But, Batman tries to console him. That doesn't help. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at Tim's pain, but God, he looks so ridiculous. And we basically end with Tim Drake throwing a temper tantrum at Bruce because the Bat family is broken up and their lives are so hard protecting everybody, and they get. Like, I am sorry if you are into the Bat drama and Days of Our Bats, but this stuff is just not my cup of tea. I didn't get it in the comics to watch Days of Our Lives, especially if you're not going to be like Days of Our Lives and load up your show or comic with nothing but a bunch of big-titted women, which is exactly what soap operas do, and that's why people watch them. Hot men, hot women, whole lot of drama. This we get autistic men, passable women, some raging dykes, and a whole lot of drama that I don't care about because the Bat family's stupid. So, if you like the Bat family, keep reading. You're probably going to love this. Basically, this arc is going to turn Batwoman into a villain, as far as I can tell. They give her a new costume, give her new ideas, and I'm pretty certain we're going to see the rise of evil Batwoman. Plus, we got this little creeper here, who it looks like he's been orchestrating the whole deal. Even he thinks Tim Drake looks fucking hilarious. And did they purposely make Batwing look like Black Panther? And I know he's looked like that for some time, but just throwing a bat symbol on Black Panther's costume doesn't really make him not Black Panther. No. So, Curse of Brimstone. That's something I'm excited for. It's going to be fucking cool. Alright, guys. Sorry for the bitch fest. Sorry if you enjoy this comic. Personally, the only reason I can see to buy it is this sick-ass cover. I think the interior art's kind of lacking. The dialogue is boring and dramatic, and I'm not interested in the story. But that's not to say you won't be. This is just my entirely subjective view of Nightfall. Man, I got Nightfall because that is a cool sounding title, and I thought it was going to be about the fall of the Dark Knight, not the fall of the Dark Knight's imitation, gender bent. Hail Hydra, baby. Y'all have a good one. I said stop recording.